Hey, what's going on, everybody? Yeah, I am laying in my bed. My apologies. But let's just get into today's topic. I feel like natural disasters is where I want to start. Um, and the fact that I just want to get into it. I just can't believe that natural disasters are now being used for politicization. Like, I think we have gotten to a time where shit is just hitting the fan. Like things that we did not ever think that would be politically motivated or used for political means are now being used for political means each and every day. It doesn't matter what's going on. It's war, natural disasters, things going on with the economy. It's just like it don't matter. Like, particularly Trump is using all this shit to just try and stoke division. And it's showing a polarity that's actually very frightening, and not even to people that support him. Like, at this point, he's literally putting lives on the line. So let's look at the past, at how he's handled natural disasters, because there's been several when he was president. Do you remember the first time, or one of them, where he lied about the trajectory of the actual hurricane? Right? Because for political purposes, it was better for him to somehow say the trajectory was going over closer to Alabama as opposed to like the panhandle of Florida. And remember the Sharpie incident where he literally took a National Weather Service map and drew over it with a Sharpie so he could make where he thought stuff was going to be. Now, we can notice like the actual danger and destructiveness in that, right? You know what I'm saying? It's like, how are you going to try and change the trajectory path of a hurricane with your Sharpie, be it either before or after? So if it's before, you're actually putting people in harm's way. If it's after, you're trying to mitigate or minimize impact, or, it causes people to think that the problem areas are in a different position. It's having people have misinformation out there and not be able to get the help they need and send things to where they need to go. And you're the president. And then let's also remember, the hurricane that hit Puerto Rico, where this dude was throwing out paper towels, right? And delayed them aid for months. Said, oh, well, we can't trust the political leaders there to dole out the aid. You notice the pattern? You know what I'm saying? It's like, and what happened with the mudslides in California? This dude was just like, oh, it's the governor's fault. Again, on things that are more blue states or blue territories, it's always an excuse. It was always a delay. And even some Republicans were just like, oh, it's Jewish space lasers. Jewish space lasers. You know what I'm saying? Like, look it up, Marjorie Taylor Greene. So it's like when natural disasters happened when Trump was in office, not only were efforts delayed, you know what I'm saying, but he politicized them so much that said, well, I don't trust Democrats to even handle the money, and then blame them for the natural disaster themselves. And now fast forward to this cycle, you know what I'm saying, where, Hurricane Helene is happening, and even his own party members, people from where the actual thing was, the hurricane happened, from Georgia to North Carolina and West Virginia, are all saying that Trump is lying. They're saying that he's actually causing harm to people. The misinformation is causing people not to reach out to the government that they need. That's what's happening. He's lying about funds being misappropriated. Like, oh, that somehow these are going to the evil immigrants, that they're diverting FEMA funds for immigrants. That's like so not true in any way. Like, using that logic is like just unbelievable simpleton logic. It's like, so the United States has a budget, right? And so that's like saying like, oh, we're diverting money to the military away from FEMA. We're diverting money to Social Security in front of FEMA. Like, we have items that are budgeted every year, and no money that was budgeted for FEMA is going to anything else other than FEMA. But you know what is fucking happening, right? Now they realize that, FEMA, they underfund it. because Republicans don't believe in global warming and don't want to fund the natural disasters that are happening more and more and more. So now we probably need Congress to get back in session to fund FEMA more. But you know who's blocking it? Republicans. The same people that are somehow claiming, oh, the resources are not getting to where it needs to go, there are not enough resources, the federal government is not responding enough, are the same people that are unwilling to even come into Congress for a session to vote to give more funds. It's like they're lying unbelievably and creating a problem. And it just goes to show they give zero fucks about people. They give zero fucks about the people dying. And these are the people in their state. Like the Republicans, senators in North Carolina, Republican people are coming out and saying, Trump, you're lying. Stop it. You're actually harming our communities. You know, in small digression, the same things happened in Springfield, Ohio. The mayor of Ohio, Republican, the governor of Ohio, Republican, the mayor of Springfield, Republican, all saying that they're lying about things going on with the Haitian immigrants. They're lying about it. And it's actually hurting the town and residents. They're still double downing on it because they don't care. Ron DeSantis in Florida, the governor of Florida, refused a phone call from Kamala Harris. The same people talking about, oh, national things aren't there. They're not coordinated, not doing anything. You're refusing a call from Kamala Harris because you are saying it's politically motivated. No, sir, you refusing that call is politically motivated. How dare you? Like, what? You're claiming you want federal assistance, but you're denying a call for a time in which we need to have unity. So what you're saying is like there is no unity. Like unity is false. And if people are trying to bring people together, then that's somehow just for politics. And it's a tell. It's a tell on them. It's a tell on the Republican side. They're all lying at every point. They don't care. Like the fact that they're using now natural disasters to divide us. Like what the fuck? Like that is like, it's crazy. And the fact that like people are falling for it and like people are literally being hurt, potentially dying because of it, because of this misinformation. And there's no even room within the Republican Party to dissent. Like the people that are on the ground in the states that they're talking about are saying, no, 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 he's lying. But yet he still persists and he doesn't get a penalty for it. And we're neck and neck, right? So, I mean, I just don't know. I think we've gotten to a point like where what is going on here? If we can't even come together as a country for natural disasters and like somehow help is being politicized, like we're getting to a point. It's like you ask, how did Hitler come to power? Like shit like this. And for people just to stand and be alone with it and like not care and let it breeze by for whatever reason, that is the problem. So like let's wake up here. Let's at least unite over things like natural disasters and helping people and try and get this thing together instead of trying to. It's a sign of desperation, isn't it? Like you're really using anything possible, including natural disasters, to divide us, when at this time we should be united more than ever. It's the same thing they do with guns. Anytime there's a gun tragedy, oh, this isn't the time, but yet they try to blame Democrats for everything, So let's actually put responsibility where it needs to be and don't be a political pawn yourself and call these people out who don't care about you. They will use your death to their own political advantage. So until next time.